Well, it's time to say it, and I think that a large part of Batman fans are in the same tune, and it's that we need to have another game focused exclusively on Batman. The last release we had was Batman Arkham Knight in 2015, almost a decade already. And some of you may think, Rocksteady already gave us a great trilogy with practically all his gadgets and combat style of the character, all his villains, 3 large areas of Gotham City and a base story surrounded by the Arkham concept. Then there are those who have Batman the Telltale series and the decision-making mechanics that characterizes the studio so much. Although its 2 released are excellent, especially the second one, they are narrative games, and for this reason they have limitations. I must add that they are one of the best interpretations of Bruce/Batman that has been seen in other games, which should be taken into account for a new game. But did we really get to be the Batman? In my opinion, the answer is no. It is true that Rocksteady gave us great and iconic environments from the world of Batman, but not exactly as can be seen both in the comics or in its movies/TV shows format. Much less have they been executed in a way that makes you feel that you are there, in that gothic world that defines the character so much. And I am going to explain why for me we have not yet had the closest game to becoming the Bat, with 2 fundamental points that surround Batman and that are as important as himself. Number 1. We have Gotham City. Although throughout the Arkham games we have different areas to explore corresponding to the story that takes place in each one. To have a complete city they should put together the 4 Arkham games, and only then would we have a concept of Gotham. And if anyone thinks that in the latest game in the world of Batman, called Gotham Knights, we can finally have the complete city of Gotham, it wouldn't be either, since Warner Bros. Montreal studio dropped the towel there, leaving us an empty city with a lot of potential to continue developing it. We should put together the details that Rocksteady put to the city zones with the complete Gotham of Montreal, and even then there would be a missing element. I understand that it is difficult to completely recreate a city in all its splendor. Look at the case of the GTA games. For each of its cities, Rockstar Studio takes the delivery time of each one very severely, even for the long-awaited GTA 6. With that said, let's move on to number 2. The Batcave. Suppose we put aside the requirement of a city full of details and in its entirety. Why not build one of the most emblematic areas of the character, the Batcave? Which in this case either can I recreate any game in such a way that it is so functional in terms of gameplay and in terms of aesthetics. The only one closest to giving us the base of operations of the Bat was, again, Rocksteady. But it always felt incomplete in each of them for obvious reasons. Arkham Asylum was an exclusive game to make you feel in the asylum, and the sampling of a Batcave is there just so that we have a mere glimpse of what the cave of that universe would be like. In Arkham City is obviated, Arkham Knight shows the cave more in its cinematic trailer and leaves us in the game with a closer base alternative to avoid having to return to the mansion every time you need something, and make the global experience of the game more dynamic along with his story, which I also understand. And yet returning again to Warner Montreal Studio, which at the time were in charge of making the Arkham prequel, we find Origins and his cave, that despite having its parts, are too small, and they justify it again with the plot referring to the fact that Bruce is still building it since he has only been Batman for 2 years. So far we understand all the reasons about how the last Batman games were. But going back to the title of the video, is moment for a new Batman game? It is because of the great demand from the same fans that they are demonstrating at a statistical level that they prefer to play any Arkham than play Gotham Knights, for example. Beyond the experience that GK was not ideal for different reasons, even if they play Gotham Knights they prefer to play it with their mods, of which we have already showcased several of them on the channel. And the truth is that they are incredible, thanks to the modders, and having a complete Gotham, although poor, give a slight sensation of what it would be like to have a new Batman game. And at the end of the day, Batman is Batman, no matter how much you want to show the Bat family or have him cameo in other games. Without him, in the middle, it's just not the same. Now I want to know, what are your thoughts about if we really need the Bat as a focus or continue to have it as a cameo? Leave a comment in the comments section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe if you are not already to have the latest mods gameplays, news and showcase from superhero games. Thanks for watching.